Welcome back to News Across Nigeria. The flooding in Kaduna State also involved the downing of several buildings as well as the loss of life that we just reported. But before we continue, let's remind you that all our top stories can be found on our website, that's channelstv.com, and on youtube.com/channelsweb. Do visit m.channelstv.com to see us live on your mobile device. You can also download the Channels TV app for Android, iOS, and Windows phones from their respective stores. We'd also like to encourage you to use the Eyewitness feature in the Channels TV app. If you have pictures or videos you'd like to share with us, just tap the app on your device, swipe to reveal the Eyewitness menu, and follow the instructions. In the northwestern part of the country, at least 4 people have been killed and several buildings destroyed in a downpour in Kaduna State, in Zaria to be exact. The flood ravaged Magume community in Zaria City, destroying a bridge, several houses, and even farmland. According to the Deputy Governor of the state, Mr. Bala Bantex, who visited the scene, it was caused by blocked drains, and he promised that the government will build proper water channels to avoid a recurrence.
This is the aftermath of the flood that claimed 4 lives in Kaduna State. A mother, along with her 3 children. For over 2 hours, the rain fell, leaving the people helpless. Residents narrate their experience and count losses.
Seriously, that really affects me very well because I lost many things, even my documents. Seriously, honestly, I did not even get some, and some I wet.
Help us financially, as in we the students, because not only us, as there are many students here that water entered their
houses and spoiled everything.
Our clothes, our food
stuff. There is nothing
even our
we
documents.
have.
Rubble, mattresses and carpets spread to dry are a common sight. The Executive Secretary of the State Emergency Management Agency gives an assessment of the situation.
About 15 houses completely were collapsed, and then more than 60 houses were submerged. But we are still taking our assessment.
On a visit to commiserate with the people, the Deputy Governor identifies the major cause of the incident with a promise to give it immediate attention.
Every situation on ground shows that it was possible for that to happen, because you can see a clear mark of planlessness in the area. We are going to take our time to ensure that good planning, the place benefits from good planning, because we have discovered that the water canal is narrow, the water runways are not there. Where they are there, they are too narrow. They need to be expanded. We have discovered the collapsed bridge and so many other things. And we are going to send the Ministry of Works to come and look into it and provide solution.
Homes can be rebuilt and possessions recovered. But for those who lost loved ones to this incident, all they have are painful memories to hold on to.
Meanwhile, in Borno State, northeast Nigeria, the National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA, has adjusted its food supply pattern to meet the nutritional needs of internally displaced persons. Food items supplied to the state government now contain a variety of grain and supplements for children. The NEMA Zonal Coordinator, Mr. Mohammed Kana, explained that the items will be released to the State Emergency Agency in batches.
The Borno state government has been battling with rising cases of malnutrition in children and adults in satellite makeshift camps. Over 1,000 people have already been evacuated from Bama Local Council to the capital city in Maiduguri for proper care. The latest medical supply is coming from the National Emergency Management Agency to camps around the capital city, including cartons of nutrition supplements for children. The state government says it is set to complement NEMA's efforts by providing other food items as agreed in the Memorandum of Understanding between them.
The federal government is giving us food items while we are complementing the effort of the condiments. Apart from the condiments, we are also providing the IDPs with some of the nutritional values for the small children, and at the same time the malnutrited or nutritious.
Meanwhile, NEMA will continue to evaluate and monitor the usage of items given in camps.
We are going to give them in 2 weeks, and also evaluation processes will take place inside the camp. What we give, we must get the return of what we already give out to see the return of it from the camp, so that we compare it and see what we give and what we receive tally well.
Officials of the State Emergency Management Agency appreciate the new phase of intervention.
There are a lot of issues and challenges, particularly this rainy season across the satellite camps of Dikwa, Ngala and other areas. But with the development, I'm sure we will receive a lot of stability within the camps in Maiduguri, and our attention and the attention of the government with the declaration of the nutritional emergency by the Federal Ministry of Health, I think everything will be okay.
Apart from the food challenge, internally displaced persons are dealing with issues ranging from accommodation, especially with the setting in of the rainy season.
Anytime it rains, we lack where to stay. Some of us go out to sleep on the tarred road because of flooding in our camp. We are so many that the little help we get doesn't go round. Each day, they cook at least 500 bags of rice, but the children still have to go out and beg for alms because the food is not enough. We really need help.
NEMA officials also want the government to make proactive plans to receive more IDPs as the Nigerian military continues to liberate more towns.
To the southwestern region of the country now, and the long arm of the law has caught up with 28-year-old Sunday Wali, who has been impersonating an officer of the Nigerian Army in Akure, the Ondo state capital. Parading the man before the press, the state public relations officer of the 32 Artillery Brigade says he committed many nefarious acts in this guise. In a separate development in Ogun State, police have paraded 46 suspected criminals, amongst whom are 3 who allegedly participated in a series of attacks against riverine communities in the state.
This man was caught illegally wearing desert camouflage, an attire reserved for officers of the law. The state's public relations officer reveals that the fake soldier has perpetrated several unlawful acts in this disguise.
In course of our preliminary investigation, we discovered that he has involved in many robbery cases within Ondo and its environment. We took him to his house and conducted search. We discovered the bike that he used in robbery and other nefarious acts. You can see the army logo claiming as a soldier.
Also found in his house was an extra military uniform and a policeman's identity card belonging to one Corporal Lasisi Latif.
A man came this morning to identify this man as the leader of the gang that came to his house and robbed him of his car and his wife's jewelries.
The impersonator, who says he comes from Kogi State, claims to be an ex-soldier but is unable to state his service number. Meanwhile, the Ogun State Police Command says normalcy has returned to some riverine communities with the arrest of suspected militants. The suspects were paraded in Abeokuta, the state capital, along with others arrested for crimes ranging from impersonation to cultism in and around Emure, axis of Shagamu local government area.
You will recall that in June and early July this year, some suspected armed men have engaged in militancy, thereby killing innocent citizens at Areko, Warewa, Imoshimi, Alekpete, Ajegule community in Ogun State and destroyed property worth millions of naira.
The Commissioner of Police says there are plans to start aerial patrol of vulnerable communities, but the police here and in Ondo State assure the public that the importance of information supplied by them cannot be overemphasized.
You're watching news across Nigeria. Coming up in the third part of the program, the Abia State government partners with the AFDB on road infrastructure. Please stay with us.